Hey, good evening. Welcome to another Tuesday night here with the Supercars NZ. This is the Broadcasting Lounge coming to you live with our V8 Allports Championship. Our Div 1 drivers getting ready to go out there and do their thing tonight, all starting to grid up. In the Broadcasting Lounge, we've got our regular alongside me, Corey Kitchen. And we've also acquired some cripple by the name of Shane White. How are we going, peoples?
I'm good, mate. Shane, not so good.
Yeah, a little bit sore at the moment, but I'll sit here and watch some Gen 3 cars go around and talk about them.
Very good.
Yeah, talking about fake race cars is a great thing to do on a Tuesday night. And we're moments away from going green here at Magny-Cours.
Yeah, former home of the French Grand Prix. I think it finished up in about 2006 or 2007. Around that time was the last time they had it, but the lights are up and we're getting ready to go.
They certainly are.
Green flag, green flag.
Let's see how the jump goes. Flagman out doing his thing. He's got great wrist action there. Now,
Oh, we've got it.
Right into
Somebody sideways in the sand.
Yeah, Blake Dowdle dropping down the auto, taking a tour through the gravel, but not too bad otherwise. Leo Duncan with the early ascendancy. Taylor Mitchell's dropped back from the front row of the grid as well, down to P5. He's going side by side with Stephen McCartan at the moment, down towards the Adelaide hairpin.
That's at the Adelaide hairpin because it's just like the Adelaide hairpin.
Correct.
Which was first?
Well, I assume that. Oh, Taylor Mitchell's gone around.
Oh,
Oh, that's backed everybody up.
KSR car. I think the KSR car might have been Russell Pepperell, maybe? Yeah, looks like Russell Pepperell was the KSR car involved in that. But yeah, big traffic jam at the hairpin. That looks to have cleared now. Taylor Mitchell back going. His old man in race control tonight might be having a look at that.
Yeah, of course, live race control for all Div 1 races and GT races this season, thanks to Sean McNamara and his various ringers.
there we go. Some cars missing body panels. Bits and pieces going on there. Don't know if anyone towed, and have we got new rules regarding that narrow play?
Yep, so the guys will have to request a tow if they want one, and then race control will react with the safety car if they deem it would require a safety car to recover that car in a real life scenario.
Yep. And out of
31 laps here too.
Yeah,
It's,
so I was just going to say about that, Corey. So out of these 31 laps tonight, I believe the pit strategies have changed a bit as well.
Yeah, no compulsory pit stops, but they are limited on fuel, so they're likely going to need to come in at least once, as Blake tours the lane, potentially just picking up some fast repairs, maybe getting caught up in that incident in his heavily offensive to me because it's inspired by Marcus Ambrose property edge livery.
We've already talked about this tonight, Shane.
It is interesting, for sure.
It wasn't what I was expecting from Balaki, and actually welcome back to Balaki. His
It
first
is.
race back, just got himself a new wheel, thanks to another sponsor of Supercars NZ. And speaking of sponsors, weekly sponsor, Sing. It's with a Q.
Sign a Q. Sonic Sync.
Sync is how it's pronounced, and Rich is he's been around with us for this season and
Yeah.
reasonably fresh and jumping on board and giving us a bit of support. But he's given us $100 times 2 to give away this week, which is pretty cool. And we've given them, well, mainly me, and a little bit of help from you guys. We've given them a few things they need to do.
Yep.
One of them I can already say is spell sync correctly.
Yes,
That's not,
I-N-K.
you know.
Oh, you mean the way he wants it spelled? Oh, okay, all good.
Yeah.
Not the kitchen sink.
Think.nz is where you would go to for some IT support.
Some would say
Basically,
I threw everything I had at
lots of stuff to lots of stuff to do.
them, including the sink.
I can't do this. You broke me.
Try and get around lap 10. I'm sure I'll calm down.
Yeah, no. It's basically, I think it's a managed service provider based in Auckland, so they provide IT services for user support, building complex networks basically, and desktop support, server support, network design, cybersecurity, disaster recovery. If you have a disaster with your computer, I guess, which we've all had one of those. Voice over IP and AI consultation, basically. So yeah, get onto www.sync.nz and check that out.
Well done, mate. Great recovery.
Yeah, if you want to win yourself $100 and you're rewatching the stream back, and that's if you're in Div 1 or 2 or GTE on Thursday, you go on the draw. We'll draw that on Thursday after the GTE race and pull 2 names out of all the finishes from the 3 races, and somebody's going to be $100 richer. So thanks
to Richard.
Yeah, Richard for sure.
Yeah, I see what you did there, Corey. I knew you did it on purpose.
Oh, there's always a pun somewhere.
And an idiot.
I just have to say, coming back to the racing, but probably not so much focusing on the actual racing itself. How cool is that as a little detail of these cars that I haven't noticed until now? The wiper blade is actually moving on that shot.
Got the wobbles.
It has, like they wobble around the rail line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose if you go
and
fast,
wobbling
it wobble.
the right way as well, as the car leans the opposite direction and starts rotating around the right gravitational, centripetal forces, angles, maths. Study it, people.
So I was having a look at the points too, boys, for Div 1, and it's a 3-way tie for the lead between Leo Duncan, Stefan McCartan and Michael Gunstone so far. Each of the 3 getting a win and getting themselves the points for a win. And we've got 4 drivers and tied for 4th, I guess we'll call that, yeah. But yeah, so Daniel Heddershide, Russell Petrel, Roger Forbert and Jacob Lucas all on 70 points. Then you've got Matthew Pluck and Blake Dowd all on 64. So it's all really tight still here, and we're 5 rounds in. So that's all the drop rounds are being dropped off the points. That's why they look a little bit confusing.
There was a nice little over-under from Taylor Mitchell on down to Graf.
Yeah, there's a race going on.
Great battle.
Just hearing from race control, drive-through penalty for Russell Pepperell coming through.
Oh.
For Russell, okay. That's an interesting one. I was just having a look at him before. He seemed to be running pretty solidly there.
I think Russell was relating to lap 1 at the hairpin.
Okay.
A couple of calls coming through as well. That one involving Taylor Mitchell and down the Graf was called in, and Andrew Erdens just called one in as well. So race control busy at the moment.
We'll have a quick look at what just happened there with Andy Uden. Just turned down on by Stefan, I believe, and bounced certainly the wrong way round into that corner.
Yeah, it's a tricky spot to go and try and go side by side. I don't think Stefan quite knew he was there. I guess whether he should have or not, it's going to be up to race control to make a determination on that as we look at the back of the grandstand there.
Yeah, sorry mate, wrong camera. I was looking away from my cameras. Sorry folks, I was trying to debunk why Dion de Graaf had jumped to the pits and whether or not there was any requests around that, or if he's indeed stuck around to continue racing with us. And just
so he has come to pit lane. Might have just missed his pit box by the look of it, so Not sure where that falls within the rules as far as towing from the pits, as a Misfits bumper is given a nice little wave to the camera there.
Certainly did. It's Scott McKenzie there.
Yeah, Scotty all popped in. Hey, first comment. Well done. I think it might be a few weeks in a row you're there. Big Daddy Racing's going for Gunners and Andy Uden as per normal.
There we go. Here's a bit of gunstone action for you at home there, folks. Currently doing not too bad of a job. Sitting there 8th, down 3 from where he started. And looks like he was, he's just been slowly walked by a couple of the guys. But just carrying on racing solidly at the moment. It's a long race still to go. We're only at lap 6 of 31, coming up towards lap 7 very shortly.
Big movers though in the pack. Double digits. Stefan Adams of Sivlax up 12 spots into P16. So good.
Wow.
Good first half dozen laps for him.
Yeah, I've got the our groovers and shakers board down the side of the screen there for the folks at home to be able to see as well. See anyone else out there that's doing some big things.
Well, Taylor Mitchell down 18, Russell Pepperell down 14. Obviously he had to serve a drive-through, so
yep.
Unlucky for some as well.
So there's our man Stefan. He's the one who's up 12 spots currently. A couple other boys who have made up some pretty good positions so far. We've got Brody Scott, fully floored. He's made it up into the top 10. He's up currently 6 spots as we see Stefan out there in the weeds, in the sand for sure. Actually, that no, sorry, I apologise. That was Dion de Graaf actually.
Yes, I think Dion might have just been trying to get out of the way there, given he is a couple laps or a lap down after that toe back. But as you know, he has had a wee slide there and gathered it back up, but by that time he was already in the gravel.
Unfortunate bit of run there. Trent Bennett under attack from Michael Gunstone. Let's see if Gunners has got anything for him.
Oh, Sir Trent Bennett, he's done nothing all race. He started in 7th, and that's where he is right now. So he's either going to go forward or he's going to go backwards. So Gunners on the back of him. It's not going to be a good sight in the mirror.
Still consistency, isn't it? Finishing where you started.
I guess you can't complain, can you? Like, you've got to be a little bit happy with that.
Absolutely. Didn't quite catch all the details, but I did just hear a transmission from race control that something's going to be looked at after the race.
Okay. Now this will be interesting. It'll be hard to find them, but I am keen to see how we get on. What we noticed last week, Shane, with having the races going slightly longer than sort of lap-wise than what the boys were sort of normally doing. A couple of people being pretty hard on the gear and causing their motors to blow.
Yeah, that's been an issue that's come up a couple of times for guys with a new car. I know Dion's had a couple of moments blowing a motor. And yeah, with some longer race distances, if you are hitting those downshifts a bit too hard, then that's definitely going to be a risk that comes in, as one of the Reaper Racing cars making a move there, actually battling side by side with Simon Hedershide.
Great bit of side to side running there.
Oh.
Simon finds the oil on the track and gets his Mustang slapping.
Man, that shows how tricky it is to get the power down in these cars. That was a long way out of the corner, but he still just squeezed that throttle a little bit too hard that far down the track and lit it up, and unfortunately undid all the hard work that he did to get ahead at the apex.
Just had something come through there from race control. car 37 and car 20, 10-second time penalty in car 20.
Oh,
Yep, that
big
was
shunt there.
live action. Taylor Mitchell and Andy Uden coming together. Looked like Taylor was right there on the edge of the track, and Andy's just not giving him quite enough racing room and got crossed over. It's a Misfits car in front, just waving its bumper.
Is that Scotty again?
Yeah.
Yes. That's brilliant.
Wobble, 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 wobble.
I am loving these new damage models, where you can have parts that are not fully attached to the car and just hang it in there by a couple of screws or rivets or whatever holds them on.
It's probably worthy of a mechanical black flag, really. Right?
Wow, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
They need to get the 800-mile-an-hour tape onto that pit lane. That'd be cool if they could do that.
I want to know what speed it kicks in. Is it under brakes? Monster. Nom, 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 nom.
He's just waving to the camera.
I
Or is he
wonder-
waving to
I
Taylor?
wonder if Taylor can see that.
I'll be back.
Nom, 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 nom. Oh, the professionalism. Sorry, folks. I just find that very hilarious for some reason. And moving out of the way. Whew. Let's go have a look and see what else is happening out there.
Let's try and get some professionalism back into the lounge.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Anyway, and what we should do, and we shouldn't, being a wee bit more professional, as I've come back up towards the top of the group. Shouldn't go without mention that this man here, Leo Duncan's done a mighty fine job from the start of the race. Qualified P2 and moved off the line nicely there at the beginning. We can he got past Taylor Mitchell there.
Oh, Matt Park struggling to get the power down in the background.
Here's a replay of the start. Leo Duncan getting underway and getting himself away without any wheel spin and cutting across nicely to get lined up for that apex. And this has been him moving forward for the throughout the race so far. And
Very good start from Leo.
just in behind them, Jet Murray's actually just made a move past Matthew Pluck there.
Yeah, that might have been off the back of what I called in the background just before you went to the replay at the start.
Here we
Looks
go.
like it is going to be. So coming through the hairpin, he's actually got a little bit wide as well. And then trying to get the power down, he has a big wobble here, and that's forced him to get out of the gas and allows Jet to complete the pass.
How extreme is that? And like you said, that's the same spot that we saw the other two when they were coming out of that corner battling side by side. It's like it just hits an oil slick.
Yeah, I think it's just the reduced grip on these cars though, and there is a little kink there. Obviously very low speed out of the hairpin. Probably going to first in the hairpin to get it around there, pretty quickly grabbing second before you get on the power, and then just trying to slowly progress that throttle. And if you do try and rush it, you are going to just light it up a little bit and get that little twitch there as you navigate through that kink.
Yeah, indeed. So we've got Leo Duncan out there in front, Jet Murray now in second over Matthew Pluck from Kiwi Sim Racing KSR. It's them there, the boys, there's a couple of them there. It's nice to have them come along and have a race with us. We had a lot of a big push about middle of last year, wasn't it, Shano?
Sure.
With the setting up of the collective.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt, a big part of that. Very much the chairman of the New Zealand Sim Racing Collective and the man behind the scenes that keeps everything ticking over there, makes sure we meet when we need to meet, and make sure that things that we agree to do, people are getting held accountable and getting their jobs done, and does a great job of it. And very cool to see him coming along to race the Gen 3 car and bringing a few other KSR guys along to run that spectacular looking livery as well.
Indeed, yeah, and it does. It looks absolutely wicked, and they've got quite an array of. Thank you, Corey, bastard.
Thanks, Corey.
Give you memories, boys.
Once again, here I am looking at the window that no one ever gets to. That
Jane's still here this time.
I'm still here. I asked you not to do that. I'm very glad I didn't get to the point where I tried to jump out of my rig quickly, because that would have been quite painful in my current state.
If you didn't say anything at all about it, it never would have happened.
yeah, true. I mean, I do blame him for saying not to do it. It's like tempting fate, really.
You put the seed in the dirt, mate. It grows.
It does. We were just talking about Kiwi Sim Racing, Corey, and the work that's gone in. The massive amounts of work that's gone in from Matt Black, obviously chairman of the collective, and bringing us all together. All those bits and pieces, all the events that we've done towards the end of last year, and trying to bring our New Zealand drivers to the global stage.
Yeah, Plucky getting mixed. Another great Cantabrian involved in sim racing in New Zealand. There's two of us here too. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it's good to see members from all of the main four leagues, the biggest four leagues, all joining together and doing something. And I'm going to be running off the back of that with the Enduro for Mental Health this year. Still being virtual motorsport. Rush, and I just see Balaki in red there in the timing. He's had a Karashi.
Yeah, we'll bring that up and see what's actually happened there. Dan Nolan's come up on the board too. It's just interesting to see how Peter's going here for a minute. He's now got himself up into 10th spot.
I do wonder if Balaki, he's going to run that Ambrose livery. Is he going to have that Ambrose attitude? Is he going to try fighting somebody? Is he, there's lots of questions.
Well, the only question we can answer right now is why did he crash and how did it happen?
I can tell you Greg Murphy, or a Greg Murphy looking car, was not involved.
Coming down into the hairpin. Getting on the curb and locking the rear brakes.
I'm going to give him 10 out of 10 for style points, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
He just learned that the Gen 3 cars are savable.
Yeah.
Yeah, back on the horse. And he's been away. This is the first race back, first time driving the car. So he's not doing a bad job, really. He's is he up from where he started? He is. He's up 5 spots into 17th. So you can't complain about that on your first ride. No practice. Typical Blakey. Oh, there it is in glorious slow motion. See, if you'd gone round and spun it, I would have been like, oh,
And those cool shots coming to you live from the broadcasting lounge, thanks to Napa Auto Parts out of Sydney.
How good. Yeah, thanks to the boys, Napa, for supporting the lounge. We got to get to 500 likes so we can give away something massive thanks to Napa Auto Parts. So if you're watching now, definitely give us a subscribe. And if you're watching this back, sorry, my alarm just went off. If you're watching this back later and you drove in it, then make sure you get on the Facebook page, find my post, and jump on the old Sync bandwagon. And make sure you follow all the directions in the post and get in the draw to win your share of the $200 up for grabs on Thursday night. Be $200 prizes. And how good would that be, boys? Christmas is over and done. You're back at work. $100. You could put that towards your iRacing subscription, or buy the missus a Valentine's present. There's many things you could do.
KFC on a Friday night.
Yeah, well, that's half it gone if you've got a fan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably more than half.
Yeah, true. Me and the boys enough, yeah. I haven't been there for a long time, actually. I've actually forgotten what it tastes
Now, I just want to, while this battle's taking place, something interesting popped up on my screen. This man here, Roger Forbert, Misfits entry there, cracked the fastest lap of the race so far, a 42 flat, and he's currently the first person out on track who has gone and taken a pit stop as well. So he's not hanging around. He's certainly shaking his legs and doing his thing. So it'll be interesting to see where he gets to as far as some of these other lead drivers when they start coming through to do their thing. See Blake Dowdall's just pulled off into the pit lane there, leaving these two battling it out. Brody Scott and Peter Vanderberg carrying on their thing. Sorry, Shane, I just cut you off there, mate.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I wish I could give you some information as to fuel range and critical lap, but unfortunately, without having been in the seat doing laps, I haven't been able to gather that data.
So, obviously, no compulsory pit stops, but will the lads still be trying to do like a one and done, or have they got a limited amount of fuel that would stop them from doing that? I know you said you don't know much, but with the tyres, will they handle running and around this sort of length? I mean, most people are still waiting a lot of people to come through, so I'm guessing so. But is there going to be a second stop for gas, or is this it?
Well, I think if the fuel limits are similar to what they were when we had the two compulsory pit stops when I was running, because I haven't actually run since we removed that requirement. But if it's a similar fuel limit, you could actually get through most of those races on one stop. So I would say the go-to strategy is probably one stop, but depending on tyre wear, which is definitely a thing in these new gen cars, it's possible to look after them and make them last a little bit longer than with the Gen 2s, but there could be a tyre wear factor which could make the two-stopper an option, but obviously you're going to give up a fair bit of time and track position by taking that extra trip through the pits, so you have to be confident you can grab that back as well.
Yeah, that is very true. That does play quite a large factor into that. So.
Oh, Jet Murray just struggling to get it stopped up at the hairpin, and that's just invited Matthew Clark back into the picture, but he's got a little bit over ambitious with the right foot on the way out, and that's pretty much reset things to about where it was going in. Oh, but plenty of curb there for Jet Murray, throwing the car up in the air and making it switch through that S-bend, but he actually did a pretty good job to hold on to it.
Loose as a goose.
It's looking though like these guys are just starting to struggle a little bit with the tyres. You can see the big front lock in there for Jet. Struggling to get it locked, struggling to get it stopped and turned. Locking up both fronts for a moment before eventually getting it stopped, and Matt just having that big twitch trying to get the throttle down, and then Jet climbing all over the curb. Oh! Just on my live pictures, Jet's just slowed up. He might have picked up a slowdown there somewhere. He's just had to slow up and let Matthew Park go, and he's back underway now. So I think he might have cut one of the chicanes there and just had to have a slowdown, and he's come into the pits now.
I tell you what, PBDB has put the big pressure on Brody Scott for P7. Been getting ever so closely over the last few laps, getting a little bit closer, sorry. And yeah, looking for that chance to make a pass.
Oh man, you lost the thing, just struggle to find drive. You really do have to be careful with these cars. It's probably a little bit easier to handle than the previous gen supercar that we've given way to, but it still doesn't mean that you're not playing with a good 600 horses underneath the bonnet, going all the ways to the rear wheels, ready to go and spend cash money like it's the daddy's business.
We've had another casualty, so Jet Murray has left the building, parked it for the night, along with Andy Uden and Dion McGrath, all trailered their cars for the evening.
There we go. Sorry mate, I was just going to say, there you go Shannon, I've just worked out why those cars become unstable coming out of that corner.
science.
There's a wee
Tell me.
there's a wee lifty sort of crest thing that they go over not long after corner exit that picks the revs up on the car.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I'll try and catch that with someone else in the next lap round. See if we can see that from in car how that fares. Here we go. There's possible picks going. There's just this new track. There's just not enough rubber down there for these boys to quite get the drive when they want to try and push it, eh?
Maybe
Yeah.
turn the
Here we
car
go,
noise
pit
down.
lane.
Doug.
Pit lane? No. Okay, pit lane this time.
Yeah, when it's on the roof there, it's very hard to hear. I was just having a wee listen.
Oh, good. I've knocked it down a wee bit there.
Should be a little bit better for the folks at home.
They have to listen to our mono drone rather than the cool V8 noises.
Yeah, well, the sound of a V8, it is very hard to beat, isn't it?
Very much because I love a good V8.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot better than the sound of a rotor.
Of a what?
Of a rotor?
Oh.
A lawnmower, I mean.
No, I've never heard any of my rotaries sound like a lawnmower.
Made to get you home. No, made to get you laid, not to get you home.
Well, this is, I'd like to say there's more to look at, but this here is it at the moment. We've still got quite a few number of cars in the field that haven't stopped, and it does surprise me because they're obviously confident that the time gain that some of these other drivers are picking up won't be carried off as Stefan McCartane brings his blackout OPR Camaro down into pit lane here now. So let's see where he comes out as far as Roger Forbird is concerned. He's still the car who was the furthest up the field.
Yes, I think some of these guys near the front are running a little bit of the Shane Van Gisbergen strategy. Get as far as you can on that first set of tyres. Get in, get your fuel, get the fresh set on, have as light a possible car when you got those fresh tyres on as you possibly can, and make those gains that you might have lost with some track position in that final stint with fresher rubber and well, the cars should all be similar weight once everybody's taken their stop, but yeah, getting the fresher rubber on a lighter car, I guess.
Interesting though, like I mean, we've got the better part of 12 laps to go, and just looking at Stefan versus Roger being just two spots ahead of Stefan, but that gap is still 7.5 seconds between them two.
Yeah, well, that's a sizable gap, isn't it?
It is significant, and Stefan's pit stop time was an 18.15 versus Roger's 18.57. So very, very similar in respect to the length of time that they both took for tyres and the fuel to cover off, obviously getting through to the end. So this will be where things start getting a little bit more interesting now, as our guys from the front who are there, whereabouts they come out in relation to Rog. As we look at Matt Pluck here, rolling on 15 seconds now, 17 seconds in the pit. He should be about ready to go. 17.8 as Roger comes around from the start there, and he's going to be matching KSR exit of Matt Pluck's, and this here I think will be very, very interesting. Matt Pluck's car just disappearing from screen there for a second. It looks like he might have just had some connection issues, unfortunately.
Yeah, he hasn't popped back up yet either, so if this length of time, I would say by now he's probably unfortunately been disconnected entirely. So the server doesn't normally like guys being undetectable for that amount of time, and I would say pretty soon we're going to see the information pop them up as having had packet loss there, which is very disappointing because that was looking like it was going to be an epic little battle.
Yeah, his name's still just ticking down the grid order there. That's really, really unfortunate because I thought that there was going to be as exciting as a few laps as what we could possibly see coming up towards the end there. So I really feel for Plucky on that one. He's been having an amazing race. I really hope he hasn't disappeared completely, but
Can confirm.
sadly
Unfortunately, the server has. Yeah, the server has just confirmed that Matt Pluck has had packet loss, so that is very unfortunate. Daniel Heddershide in the pits though, so we'll see where he comes out relative to Roger. That could produce quite a close battle as well, although he was a few seconds behind Matt, wasn't he?
He was. Daniel's time ticking down there. Roger's gone by, and
so Daniel going to drop it a little bit further back.
Just left there now. And Leo Duncan, last one out there cutting laps without having used his stop just yet. He's got a 40 second gap, 40 second gap over P2 currently.
He probably wants to get into the lane this lap because the pit lane times look to be around 40 seconds.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it looks like that with transition time is...
obviously you do cover some ground in that time as well from pit entry to pit exit, so you don't quite lose that 40 seconds, but if he gives up too much time on track, he could lose track position, but he's going to come in there. He does have to get that stop cleanly. He needs to stop on his marks cleanly. Get a good quick stop here, and make sure it's executed nicely to keep that track position. He's actually sharing a pit box with Taylor Mitchell by the look of it.
There you see Matt Pluck back in the service, getting back out on track after they had packet loss.
Yeah, good to see Matt coming back in and carrying on to gather up some points. Disappointing that he's missed out on what was looking like a pretty strong podium result, but back out there gathering points. Leo leaving the pits now as Roger comes into the final chicane, so Leo should have enough of a margin to get those tyres up to temperature and maintain track position, and then with a few laps fresher rubber, or actually 10 laps fresher rubber compared to Roger, he should be able to get his head down and control the race for the last few laps.
He's got a commanding gap over Roger. He hasn't even come into view there. He's just a touch off, 10 seconds away there.
Probably the battle of interest is going to be that one for P2. 5.3 seconds at the moment, but Stefan McCartan with a 7-lap tyre delta over Roger Forbert, so that'll be interesting to see how that pans out.
Yep, that's right. I'm just having a look at a couple of close people here, and Taylor Mitchell 15th, trying to get alongside and past Jono Gibson, which he's been able to do. Taylor unfortunately down 13 spots from where he started, so yes, that calculates correctly that he was our P1 qualifier at the track for this race, and just had some very unfortunate things happen. A bit further up, we've got PVDB under bit of close battle attack from Jason Cossey. I don't think he's just made his way past him, has he? He actually has, so let's have a look at PVDB doing his thing on Jason Cossey. Shove the nose there, get Jace walking a little bit deep. Apex late, and there's that wee whoopee in the track.
Yeah, pretty textbook. Pressure the other guy into a mistake. Get the tighter line when he runs a little bit wide, and get the power down nice and cleanly to drive on past.
Let's see here, so he comes around here, just about here, Shane, just as they're about to get on full throttle.
Oh yeah, I see it there actually.
It's quite a significantly sort of quite a sharp dip over the top, and
And
obviously
it's
really
as
nice.
you
Yep.
as you're coming back across to the right as well as the track kinks there just after the hairpin. So
Correct.
combination of things, trying to get the power down out of a slow hairpin, trying to turn the car and get it over that weak crest, all adds up to not quite being able to have the throttle where you want it.
No, that's right. And you could say if you haven't got all those things in sync, you're going to do the old whoopsie whoopsie turny topsy things. So
Hang on.
Hanging on. That was mesmerising.
The whole
And-
thing. Like, take that
and-
home, folks.
that's it. And it wouldn't go without saying now, as sort of alluded to that. Thank you to this week's race sponsor from Richard for his company Sync. Go and check them out. As Corey mentioned before, their webpage. See what he might be able to do for you. And if you're into money, I think most people are, have a look at our community page or our Discord on the instructions there, how to possibly get yourself one of the $100 cash prizes. We've got 2 of those being given away. Thank you very much to Sync.
Yeah, hashtag Sync Summit Cash. With a Q.
Russell Pepperell here up into 11th spot. Looked like he had I believe he had an earlier drive-through, is that correct?
Yeah, he did. So he's doing quite well, all things considered. Although has only been through the lane that one time, so still needs. Oh wow, has he been able to save enough gas to not have to stop? No compulsory pit stop, so if he's able to do it without stopping, although
That'll be quite a thing to see. We'll keep an eye on.
actually, I believe SDK has updated so that if you don't actually stop in your box when you come to the pits, it doesn't count as a pit stop.
Aha, right.
I
So
think I'm reading that data wrong, so he has taken a pit stop as well as his drive-through.
yeah, oh, that's good. Good to see. Cool battle taking place there, and while we're in race mode, Leo Duncan's gone and done a thing. Put the fastest lap down on the board, 1:41.7. So certainly not taking any prisoners, as you'd say. He's,
Yeah, and he's just rolled a 141 his last one by too, Dougie. So
yeah,
he's a full 2 seconds faster than Roger Forbert that last time by.
that's incredible. We'll just have a quick look back here. This past Taylor Mitchell on Brodie Scott. We were watching how close they were together before. Just clicked away for that little bit of info. Taylor making a very nice move down the inside of Brodie there.
It'd be unfortunate if a safety car came out at the stage, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Oh,
Oh, Blake having a wee loop-de-loop.
No, it doesn't really need a tow. God, that would have been a good chinks there, wouldn't it?
yeah. I would say.
Maybe. Should we have a talk with?
I was just going to
with
say,
Clark?
I'm going to drag him in.
Yeah, but we're thinking alike there, Dougie. It'd be interesting to know how his first run is in a Gen 3 car, wouldn't it?
For sure. So, just drag him away from there. Hopefully he'll understand what's about to happen as we go and just slide in carefully underneath his helmet here and have a whisper in his ear. But coming in, but Balaki coming in Balaki.
Oh, those sultry tones in my ear. Boy, have I missed those.
Wow,
It's been a minute.
tell you one thing that we haven't missed, mate, is all the action unfolding from your car tonight.
Geez, first time I've sort of put the Gen 3 through its paces. So still getting up to speed with it, fellas.
Yeah, cool. There was one question that Corey was certainly hot on wanting to ask. I've just jumped inside the cockpit, so I'm just sitting beside you, waving with my left hand and making high five. I'm
G'day,
going
mate.
to pull gears for you.
Thanks, mate.
Now, I see you're desperately hanging on to your steering wheel there, and you've got a new wheel at home as well.
Yes.
How are we finding things? Obviously, new car, new hardware. Is it a bit much, or have you become quite accustomed to the new piece of hardware already?
No, it's been a steep curve. I'm still sort of tinkering with my fourth feedback settings and bits and pieces, thanks to boys. So
Yep.
yeah, working through that, and yeah, big shout out to Stefan Simblex for helping me out, and also a big shout out to Steve Darren, who kindly contributed towards the new wheel, which was very, very kind of him.
Awesome stuff. That's,
awesome.
That's cool to hear. Thank you, Stevie.
I need a new wheel.
I need a new helicopter. I think.
I tell you what, after a few weeks out of the seat, geez, you sweat bullets when you haven't been in there for a while, eh?
Do you?
Well, just must be me, unfit.
No, I know exactly what you're saying, mate. It's been fun jumping back and behind the wheel, running in the GTE series that we started up on Thursday nights this season. I've been missing you. I must be honest. I've been missing you out there, but I know exactly where that comment comes from. It's been a long time coming, and it feels good. It feels good to be back in doing it again. And
Yeah, good
I'm
one,
sure it won't be too long before you're more settled with what you've got going on there.
Yeah. Absolutely. Looking forward to getting stuck into the GTEs as well this season.
You've already missed too many races, mate. Don't worry about turning up.
Well, 3 drop rounds, so you've only really missed 1 race.
Look at that.
What car are you going to be racing in?
I haven't decided. You boys got any tips?
Well, you're a Beamer guy,
run-
and that is
run-
one
run-
of the most stable ones.
Run the Beamer because I need a setup from you.
Oh, like, jeez, mate. You shouldn't be asking
Hang
me.
on.
Oh.
I was going to say, he's the one asking for a setup, so you're supplying Douglas.
There's something wrong if you're asking Blake for a setup.
Hey, no, I'm going to be honest here, and this is dead honest. I was doing faster laps in the GT3 over the weekend with the 24-hour and the BMW
Oh.
than what I've been able to do on Thursday night in the GTE.
Oh.
Wow.
So
Okay.
don't come asking me for a setup because I don't know what's going on with my cars.
I'll give you a hot tip, Blake. When he asks, just rename baseline.
Yeah, into the hot dock.
Yeah, that's the hot dock.
Oh, dear.
Oh, that's been good. Hey, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure seeing you back out there on track, and you're finally getting some steering wheel therapy again.
No, thank you, mate.
Sure you've
Pleasure to
been
be back.
Sure you've been missing it.
Yes.
But one request from the fans, nothing, and certainly not influenced by any of us up here in the broadcasting lounge. Whoever you got to design your livery, can you please shoot them and go and find someone else?
Whoa, that's a big call.
Unless you actually.
They're not Ford
Be
fans or
fair.
Ambrose fans, mate.
Yeah.
To be fair, Scotty Pickering's done a good job of recreating the livery he's recreated.
It is mighty fine. It is mighty
Yeah, I
fine.
did
Shout out
wonder
to
whether-
SPR Sim Racer for the livery. If anyone's looking for liveries, hit them up.
Yep, he does
I
a
did wonder
great job.
before, Blake, the paint, did
Oh,
it come
someone's
with
got the
the
motor.
attitude? Did it come with the Ambrose attitude?
Jacob
A bit of a
Lucas's
prick?
motor is gone.
Oh, yeah, is he requesting to tow, is he, fellas?
He's
Yet, but he's
he's
not
still
moving
going
off the
at the
racing
moment.
line.
Oh, oil all over the track, I bet. Oh.
Yeah.
He was on the mic, but he's still got it going, still got it moving. But
It looks like he's parking it now.
Yeah, so is this going to result in a safety car? It's very late in the race, so potentially race control could deem to leave him if he can park it in a safe place.
And would you believe it? That is the now the third week that we've seen a Camaro go and spit oil. This is the wrong
Wow.
kind, the
Yeah.
wrong kind of
It's not-
parity iRacing. It was the Mustang that kept catching fire. The Mustang.
Not surprising though, is it? I mean, inferior build quality, you're going to have issues.
Yeah, but it's hard to make a pig look pretty, isn't it?
What was that, Blackie?
Oh, he's pulled up.
I'm
So
not
he's
even going
pulled
to tell you
up
what's
now.
on the
Here he
track
is,
he's
yeah.
on. I'm not even going to tell you. I hope you hit him.
Coming through.
He has requested the tow.
Yeah, he's in a dangerous spot too, and it would mean the race would end under safety car, which would be an absolute shame. So hopefully they can get him off the track.
Yeah, we've just had our race controller just told him he can tow now.
And I think, well, I see somebody has entered into the safety car. I'm just waiting to see it come up, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I think race control deeming probably too late to bring the safety car out. It will finish under safety car if they do that, and I think they've been able to find a nice little gap on track to be able to just pull that car back to a safer spot and get that out of the way.
Yeah, the good old marshals out there on track doing their thing. But nah, Blackie, it was again awesome to see you out there. That is a very cool livery that you've got going on with that Mustang there. It's just unfortunate you chose the wrong car.
Cheers, fellas. It's good to be back.
Have a go, mate. We'll catch you after.
You two boys, catch up.
There's Blake.
See ya.
No, hands down, great livery there by Scott Pickering. It's he always does an awesome job throwing those together, and as you said there, Shano done an awesome job recreating that livery and putting a new spin on it over these new cars. It's really, really cool. It looks nice.
Best looking car on the service.
Looks nice while it's clean and still intact as well. He was missing bits and pieces before. Very good, very good. Stefan out there getting pushed along a wee bit by Dan Nolan, as we've only got a couple of laps left to go. Dan Nolan, one of the drivers out there representing the Jigsaw Racing tonight. He certainly hasn't had any trouble finding the drive getting out of those corners, but how cool is that, the switch round, and Stefan being able to move back into that position, just leading there again. Nice big battle there, taking it right up to the finish.
Yeah. Nice battle going on there for 17th and 18th. On
Here's
board with Dan Nolan there.
Oh, whoop. Screaming away. Love it. We have got white flag out there. This man has completed that. He's halfway through the final lap now. It's been an awesome drive to see by Leo Duncan with the Diesel Services Limited. Camaro there, doing a mighty fine job. 21 seconds. 21 second gap over the man in P2, Roger Forbert. And we know how quick Roger is, so it just proves how good of a race Leo has had. The car's dialed in. He's obviously got good command over this track. Absolute pearler.
Yeah, it's been an awesome drive from Leo. Converted off the line, got good drive away. Drove off into the sunset while chaos ensued behind him as he's had a big slide off the final curve there, but brings it across the line and takes a commanding win at Magny-Cours.
Well done. And again, the old slippy slidey things happening there. Awesome stuff, mate. Great car control by the man. There's a bloody long house line as well. He's got a bit of talent, the boy. Might have to go and size him up alongside young Rehan. Across the line we had Roger Forbett as well, P2. Stefan McCartane rounding out P3 of the podium. Jordan Duffett takes the 4th spot, up 5 from where he started. Gunstone, well done. Started 5th, managed to get back to finish in 5th. Daniel Heddershide up 6th, finished in 6th. True Bennett's disconnected, but he's sitting there in 7th spot. Blake Dowdle, well done. P8 for you. Peter Vanderberg up 6th to finish 9th. It's an awesome run by him. And teammate of the winning vehicle, Jason Cossey, finishing inside the finishing top 10 there. Great run. Taylor Mitchell, who was P1, disconnected already, but he finished in spot 11. Simon Heddershide, P12, fully floored entry. Brody Scott, teammate, finishing just behind him. P13, Jono Gibson, Reaper Racing, P14. Scott McKenzie with the old nom rear bumper there. Spot 15, Stefan Adams, Simblacks, P16. Dan Nolan, up 4 from where he started, finishing in 17th for the Jigsaw Racing team. Matt Pluck, after having connection issues, came back out to finish the race in 18th spot after qualifying for the race in 4th, 6th, bad maths, one of those. 6th. Blake Greenhall managed to finish 19th, and Russell Pepperell down a wee bit for him after going back up through the grid, finished in P20. Derek Lovegrove, Jacob Lucas and Jet Murray also finishing up the race, and we had a couple of cars disconnect from tonight's run, and Magny-Cours proving to be just that little bit difficult for them. There we go, boys. That's be worthwhile taking a screenshot of those names and see if any of them go and follow the rules that you've outlined there, Corey. It'll give the folks at home one more rundown on how they can get themselves in to win one of the $100 cash prizes thanks to Sync.
Yeah, I'll do that while I manage to get out in the safety truck. So hang on. Yeah, so if you get onto the Facebook page, find my post, and make sure you add the hashtag Stink Summer Cash, and that's with a Q, not a C, to Ben McMurray and Stephen McCullough. So you also got to finish off a little quote off the Sync website, and you have to finish either of the 1 or 2 races here tonight, and also if it DTE on Thursday. And what else they have to do? Oh, take a screenshot of them subscribed to the Broadcasting Lounge. So if you're not subscribed and you're watching this, give us a sub. Go on, we'd love you if you did.
Yeah, that'd be absolute primo. Thanks, Corey, for clarifying all of those. And
Did you see my jump?
Yeah, we did.
That was nice.
Great departure up there over the flag stand. That was wicked. Okay. So no, mate, that's it's been cool. Hey, Shano, it's been an absolute pleasure having you back here, joining us, even though it's under circumstances that you not really were wanting. So wish you a speedy recovery on that injury there, mate, and hopefully you can get back into your work and some racing again really soon.
Cheers, Doug. Yeah, enjoying being in the lounge, but I am looking forward to getting back on track when I can.
I would assume Thursday night you'll be in there to do your thing.
Yep, that should be all go.
Awesome. And whereabouts are our GTE cars heading on Thursday night, Shane?
That is a very good question, Douglas.
Ooh, not prepared for the big questions, Shana. Well, I can tell you because I just filled them in, and they are. Oh wait, that's
Road America.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I straight away went and just clicked on the V8 one, and that was not helpful.
No, that wouldn't be very helpful at all.
I was about to say Magny-Cours, but here we are, right now.
We're doing that one. So, yeah, we've still got some racing coming up this week to be had, and Road America heat racing in the GTEs will be quite an outstanding one to watch. So, yeah, make sure you come along on Thursday night, about 20 past 8, as we go live on that racing there. Once again, massive thank you to Sync for this week's race sponsorship and the cash prize that they're giving away. And big thank you to Allports Motorsport at allports.nz for being our longest standing sponsor of the V8 Championship. It's awesome pleasure to have such cool guys on board looking after us. Please reciprocate that by getting in touch with Chitty and the team down there and see what type of package they can get together for you as far as getting underway with sim racing. If you're in the need for some upper end racing gear to get out there and start putting the likes of Leo Duncan and Roger Forbett and Stephen McCartane to task, he'll certainly be able to help you out. Or you can feel free to go and order some Sparko gear off him and dress up a mannequin at home exactly like the Stig. And you might even want to wear it while you race, or eat popcorn while you watch the broadcasting lounge. There's so many things that you could do. Massive thank you to Napa Auto Parts looking after the broadcasting lounge. I don't know why half the time when they've got people like me spinning weird bullshit about stuff that's not important. But yeah, we do it for you guys. We do it for the folks at home. We do it for the boys out there racing, so they can go back and watch some cool battles for the boys. And yeah, thanks once again for coming along tonight. And we'll do it all again later on. Catch ya.